The truth is, guys, the hard truth is I've actually 1,000 days living in Thailand. That's nearly 3 years of living, learning and adapting here and figuring out who I really am. Now this video isn't just another travel vlog. This is my story of what 1,000 days in Thailand is really like living here and what it's actually taught me and what's coming next. Now when you first arrive in Thailand, everything's cheaper, everyone's smiling, it's a paradise, and every day does actually feel like a dream. But eventually that honeymoon does end and you start to notice all the real things about living here that make life feel real. Scams, cultural misunderstandings and friends coming and going, but that's part of living here and not just visiting. Now Thailand has taught me a lot of things to do with how things work here, relationships, how businesses work, but it's also taught me things like patience. It's taught me to slow down and stop chasing everything and just live in the moment, because you're sort of forced to live in the moment because you can't always make things happen the way you want it, and you do have to just ride the waves a lot of the time. I've also learned that happiness does not come from money. Yes, money helps you do the things that you want to do to feel comfortable, but I've learned that happiness is actually, you know, just spending time with your friends and different people you want to hang out with and having nice days out together. Just doing things with people you enjoy and who you care about. Now people out there love to argue, Thailand is finished, the end is here, this is all corrupt, this is fake. But the truth is, after 1,000 days, I can tell you for a fact, Thailand is exactly what you make it, not what everyone else thinks. This guy or this girl will say this about Thailand because they've had a bad experience, and this guy over here will say this about Thailand because he's had a great experience. If you respect it, it'll give you everything, but if you take it for granted living here or visiting, it will humble you. I've had to come inside because of the bloody rain. Every single day it's like this now. It's kind of annoying when you're trying to film, just getting in the way. Okay, I've found this little area. We can continue the video right here. After a few years here, real life does start catching up with you, and it'll catch up with you in ways that you don't really expect. Some are just getting older in general. For some people it might be the routines that you're going through. I know for myself, sometimes I go through these thinking cycles. It feels like kind of a game, and I'll think like in this mentality for a bit, and I'll change my mind and I'll think like this, and then I'll think, well, I was thinking about doing that 6 months ago, and it just becomes a bit crazy. Now something that I forgot to mention that I do want to talk about in this video is that a lot of the time when I'm making the videos, I'm often thinking in the back of my head, should I be actually talking about this? Is this a good idea to be sharing with the whole world? Especially all of the personal videos, which are all of the ones to do with my own personal life, like this video now, I guess. And to be honest with you, I always end up convincing myself that it is a good idea. The devil on my shoulder is just telling me, post it, who cares? And you pair that up with all these different people coming in and out of your life all the time. And I think I always think like this because ultimately the channel is growing. And what happens is that you begin to realise, and more people are watching, more people are tuning in, that not everything is actually perfect, and that sort of just validates everything for me. But it is real, and Thailand makes you grow up in ways that you would have never expected to. It's just me in this game, and I've got nobody is walking you through, no one else to sort of bounce my ideas off. Well, I have everything here, nobody's holding your hand, but I don't. And I just go with whatever's going through my brain. You either adapt here or you go home. And living here for 1,000 days, I feel like I've learned more than I did in 10 years back home. I've learned respect for people, for culture, for special moments, stuff I would not have had respect for back home. And happiness doesn't come from chasing more and more and more. It comes from just having enough of what you've got and being satisfied with that. And to be honest with you guys, it's at this point when decisions start to actually become really difficult for you. When you're at this stage, or at least how I'm feeling, you'll be met with all these decisions that you've got to start making, which you know, are gonna determine your future, and it's actually really hard, and unfortunately you can't ignore them either. Do I settle down here, build a future here, business, relationships? This place will test you if you do get too comfortable. Or do I take what I've learned and try something new? The truth is, guys, the hard truth is I've actually been offered an opportunity here in Thailand, and it's one that I don't think I'm going to be getting again, but it also means I'm going to be staying here, you know, in this place a bit longer, which is okay. I don't mind it here, but I did have some plans to try and, you know, do some other stuff. And it would be really good. It'd be something that you guys would definitely enjoy, but I would be locking myself in for quite a bit longer. And if I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, I'm just feeling now like my brain is ready to expand beyond this place. I feel like I'm going a bit crazy, a bit trapped in some sense. Not in a, you know, help me kind of situation, nothing like that. I just know myself now. I've got all the tools, I've got the mindset, I've got everything that I need to take my life further, you know what I mean? So guys, I'm going to tell you that the next chapter of my life might look a bit different, but it will still carry everything that this place has taught me, that's for sure. And the last thing I want to say is, in the coming weeks there's going to be some big changes, and my life's either going to be going that way or it's going to be going that way, and I've got to make a decision this week. I hate making big decisions like this because it's going to have a big impact on my life and the people around me, and yeah, we'll see what happens. If there's anyone out there, guys, who's feeling the same way, if you felt like, you know, you need to do something different with your life, let us know in the comments, share your story, or send me an email. Maybe you can relate to me on a more personal level and I might be able to help you. Cheers for sticking around till the end of the video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see where this journey is going to go next time. Cheers, guys. Peace. See you in the next one.